Jin Yong's The Legend of the Condor Heroes has given rise to countless legends, from the duel on Mount Hua and the battle over the sacred Nine Yin True Sutra to the timeless love and struggles of Jing and Rong. Many spin-offs have emerged. Like the Nine Yin True Sutra series, this spin-off focuses on a female character known for her mystery and tragedy in the martial arts world, Mei Chao Feng, with her deadly signature technique, the Nine Yin White Bone Claw, or Cadaverous Claws. The story follows Mei Chao Feng's life journey from the moment she first meets her teacher, Huang Yaoshi, to her tragic death. In a small town, there lived an orphan girl named Mei Hua. She was abandoned and wandered aimlessly on the streets. One day, she stole from a market, and while being chased, a young man came to her rescue. This young man was Chen Xuan Feng, a disciple of the Eastern heretic Huang Yaoshi. Unfortunately, she accidentally bumped into an old man who turned out to be the Western venom Ouyang Feng. They were beaten by Ouyang Feng, but fortunately, at a critical moment, Huang Yaoshi came to her rescue. At the tavern, Huang Yaoshi was seen talking to Ouyang Feng, who turned out to be his old friend. Meanwhile, Mei Hua was joking with Chen Xuan Feng. Ouyang Feng intended to take Mei Hua as his servant, but his intention was flatly rejected. On the other hand, Huang Yaoshi, who saw great potential in Mei Hua, offered to become her student, and she immediately accepted the offer. The three of them then headed for Peach Blossom Island, where Huang Yaoshi lived. Their arrival was welcomed by other students. Mei Hua seemed captivated by the beauty of the island's flowers. Chen Xuan Feng graciously showed her around the island. She saw the names of Huang Yaoshi's disciples carved into the stones. Clearly, she wanted her name engraved there too. The next day, Huang Yaoshi began teaching her. She learned quickly and was stunned when she managed to knock a servant away. While her friends were resting, she saw Huang Yaoshi practicing. She secretly peeked in. Her admiration for her teacher's prowess continued to grow. In addition to martial arts, Mei Hua also received literature lessons. During class, Huang Yaoshi gave her the new name Mei Chao Feng, signifying her official membership in his school. After a long period of martial arts training, Huang Yaoshi tested them by holding a flute on top of a house. Determined to win, Mei Chao Feng tried everything he could and used various methods. He finally managed to retrieve the flute and emerged victorious. After being declared the winner, Huang Yaoshi asked Mei Chao Feng what prize he wanted. He immediately asked for his name to be engraved, like the other students. His name had already been engraved, and Mei Chao Feng was overjoyed. That night, they celebrated Mei Chao Feng's victory with some banter. Mei Chao Feng made another request to his teacher, to teach her Huang Yaoshi's masterful flute-playing skills. And that very night, Huang Yaoshi granted her request.
From then on, she developed a deep admiration for her teacher, Huang Yaoshi, which turned into love. However, Chen Xuanfeng, who had feelings for her, seemed irritated by the closeness between teacher and student.
The next day, Huang Yaoshi again gave advice on how to practice the flute properly. While traveling with his teacher to the mainland, Chen Xuanfeng intended to buy a hairpin for Mei Chao Feng. However, Mei Chao Feng was more interested in following her teacher and secretly left Chen Xuanfeng alone.
At the tavern, Huang Yaoshi met Ouyang Feng. Ouyang Feng invited Huang Yaoshi to work together to find the Nine Yin scripture. During their conversation, Ouyang threw chopsticks at someone who overheard their conversation. The person turned out to be Mei Chao Feng. She managed to dodge Ouyang Feng's attack, but then Ouyang Ke, Ouyang Feng's nephew, attacked her. Huang Yaoshi immediately broke up the fight. Furthermore, Huang Yaoshi expressed his reluctance to search for the Nine Yin scripture, so Ouyang Feng decided to search for it himself. Back at the market, Chen Xuanfeng was delighted to see Mei Chao Feng. Once again, Mei Chao Feng ignored him, preferring to buy a flute as a gift for her teacher. On the way home, Chen Xuanfeng tries to pin Mei Chao Feng's hair. Huang Yaoshi knows that Chen Xuanfeng likes Mei Chao Feng, but Mei Chao Feng prefers to focus on himself. Realizing this, he decides to leave the island temporarily to distance himself from Mei Chao Feng. Mei Chao Feng was deeply saddened to learn that her teacher had abandoned the flute he had given him. Furthermore, Huang Yaoshi had left without leaving any message. While waiting, she continued to practice diligently so that she could eventually help her teacher find the Nine Yin scripture. Chen Xuanfeng, seeing Mei Chao Feng's continued sorrow, tried to comfort her, offer his attention, and encourage her. However, despite Chen Xuanfeng's intense attention, Mei Chao Feng continued to think of her teacher. 2 years later, Huang Yaoshi returned to the island with his pregnant wife. He also brought half of the legendary Nine Yin scripture, a powerful scripture containing high-level martial arts. For Mei Chao Feng, this was a devastating blow. The love she had secretly nurtured for years had now turned into unbearable pain. Chen Xuanfeng, learning of this, tried to comfort Mei Chao Feng again. He invited Mei Chao Feng to go on a journey with him, but Mei Chao Feng declined, wanting to remain on the island. The following day, Mei Chao Feng went to see her teacher, but Huang Yaoshi refused to receive her and ordered her to leave. Inside, Huang Yaoshi and his wife were in the midst of discussing the Nine Yin scripture. Overhearing their conversation, Mei Chao Feng entered without permission to catch a glimpse of the scripture. Huang Yaoshi, enraged by her intrusion, ordered her out once again and struck her in anger. That very night, Huang Yaoshi's wife cried out in pain as she went into labor. At the same time, word arrived that Mei Chao Feng and Chen Xuanfeng had fled the island, taking the Nine Yin scripture with them. When Huang Yaoshi heard this, he was furious, yet his wrath was soon tempered when he learned that his wife had safely given birth to a daughter. For Mei Chao Feng, this was a major blow. The love she had harbored for years turned into hurt. In her disappointment, she stole the fragment of the scripture, which contained a deadly forbidden technique that would later become known as Cadaverous Claws. Together with her senior, Chen Xuanfeng, she left Peach Blossom Island. Meanwhile, the martial arts world was shocked by the discovery of skulls with holes in their heads. At that moment, the 7 freaks of Jiangnan arrived to hunt down this sadistic murderer. It turned out that the wanted killers were Chun Xuanfeng and Mei Chao Feng. As Mei and Chun attempted to flee, the warriors spotted them, and a fight ensued. Mei Chao Feng managed to blind their leader, and they fled into the forest. Unfortunately, they encountered Ouyang Feng in the forest, who immediately attacked. With great difficulty, they managed to escape Ouyang Feng's pursuit and hide in an abandoned temple. At the temple, Chen Xuanfeng assured Mei Xuanfeng that he would continue to watch over and protect her. Mei Xuanfeng was pleased to hear this. However, Ouyang Feng continued to search for them, so they eventually decided to enter the forest. In the forest, they began training again. After much effort, Mei Xuanfeng finally mastered the Cadaverous Claw, or 9 Yin White Bone Claw technique. They then decided to burn the scripture. Shortly after, Ouyang Feng arrived and discovered their presence. He unleashed his giant pet snake to hunt them down. When the snake discovered their hiding place, a unique and exciting fight ensued. After a fierce battle, Mei Chao Feng finally managed to kill the snake with his corpse claw technique. Elsewhere, Ouyang Feng was furious to learn that his giant pet snake had been defeated and died. In a tavern, they overheard rumors that many martial artists were hunting them down for their cruelty. Fearing relentless pursuit, they decided to venture deep into the vast Mongolian steppe, hoping the wilderness would shield them from their enemies. There, in the desolate plains, they continued to devote themselves to practicing the 9 Yin scripture. One day, to Mei Chao Feng's surprise, Chen Xuanfeng decorated their cave with bright red wedding ornaments. Dressed in ceremonial attire, he revealed his intention to marry her that very day. Overwhelmed with joy, Mei Chao Feng accepted, though part of her heart still lingered on the bittersweet memories of her teacher. That night, beneath the flickering glow of red decorations, they were finally united as husband and wife. On their wedding night, the 7 freaks of Jiangnan, accompanied by their young disciple Jing, discovered their hideout, and a fierce battle broke out.
怎么少了一个呀？
你们实行
今天爷爷们找你们报仇了！
In the clash, Mei Chao Feng managed to kill one of the warriors, but tragedy soon struck. She was blinded when a secret weapon pierced her eyes, while Chen Xuanfeng was gravely wounded by a dagger wielded by the young Jing. Though blinded, Mei Chao Feng fled the scene, carrying the fatally injured Chen Xuanfeng. In the end, Chen died in her arms. Before laying his body to rest, Mei Chao Feng took the scripture that Chen had painstakingly tattooed on his skin. Crushed by grief, Mei Chao Feng returned to Peach Blossom Island, where she encountered young Huang Rong, the daughter of Huang Yaoshi. Huang Rong revealed that, in his fury over the stolen scripture, her father had expelled all his disciples and even broken their legs. The news filled Mei Chao Feng with deep sorrow and regret, for she realized that her betrayal had brought ruin upon her fellow disciples. Little Huang Rong tries to comfort Mei Chao Feng, not knowing that the woman in front of her is the cause of all this trouble. Mei Chao Feng secretly left Huang Rong alone and returned to the mainland. On the mainland, the blind Mei Chao Feng became the target of mockery. Enraged, she unleashed the deadly Cadaverous Claw technique and slaughtered all who ridiculed her. Her ruthless display was witnessed by a young prince who admired her martial prowess. Impressed, he asked Mei Chao Feng to become his teacher and invited her to live in the palace. This prince, who became Mei Chao Feng's disciple, was Kang, who would later become the father of Yang Guo, the Condor hero who would appear in the second trilogy, The Return of the Condor Heroes. In the palace, Ouyang Feng's nephew, managed to locate Mei Chao Feng's hiding place. He forced her to hand over the Nine Yin scripture. Mei Chao Feng, of course, refused, and a fight ensued. Mei Chao Feng finally defeated Ouyang with the help of a masked figure, who, unbeknownst to her, was her teacher, Huang Yaoshi. Soon after, Kang informed her that the 7 freaks of Jiangnan were now staying at the residence of her senior martial brother, Lu Chengfeng. At the residence of her crippled senior brother, Mei Chao Feng revealed that she had been blinded and that Chen Xuanfeng had been killed by the 7 freaks of Jiangnan. A fierce battle then erupted between her and the 7 freaks. Mei Chao Feng managed to overpower them. Jing stepped forward to protect his teachers, but even he was no match for her. Just as she was about to kill him, Huang Rong, the daughter of Huang Yaoshi, appeared and stopped her. The tension escalated when Ouyang Feng and his nephew Ouyang Ke suddenly arrived and launched an attack on Mei Chao Feng. At the moment she was about to be overwhelmed, the masked man appeared once again to rescue her, and he was revealed to be none other than Huang Yaoshi himself. Upon seeing his master, Lu Chengfeng immediately knelt in respect. Huang Yaoshi, filled with regret, breaking his disciple's leg. Mei Chao Feng also knelt before him, declaring her willingness to give up her life once she had avenged Chen Xuanfeng's death. Suddenly, Mei Chao Feng realized his scripture was missing. Ouyang Feng and Ouyang Ke, who had taken it, immediately fled, holding Huang Rong hostage. Huang Yaoshi and Mei Chao Feng immediately gave chase. When her master was caught off guard and suffered a deadly attack from Ouyang Feng, Mei Chao Feng sacrificed herself as a shield, severely injuring her and dying. As she lay dying, Mei Chao Feng begged for forgiveness for betraying her master. Finally, Mei Chao Feng died, and this concludes the story.
The Cadaverous Claws is a story of unrequited love, of choices that lead down a dark path, and of the courage to atone for mistakes with the ultimate sacrifice. Through this spin-off, we see the human side of Mei Chao Feng, not only as the fearsome antagonist of the legend of the Condor Heroes, but also as a woman whose heart was broken by love and ultimately found peace through sacrifice. However, the story continues, with Guo Jing and Huang Rong clashing with Ouyang Feng in the second duel on Mount Hua. You can watch the story in the video The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the Dragon Tamer, or the second duel on Mount Hua. You can find the video link in the description.
If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like it, leave your thoughts in the comments, and of course, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss other exciting stories from the world of martial arts. See you in the next storyline.